Assalamualaikum and good today. My name is Norazimah binti Muhammad. My metric card is MS240126093. Today our group assignment will present the result of our study for the subject of research methods. I will present chapter 1. Introduction of our study. Title is The Influence of Social Media on Students' Time Management. First, let me begin with the background of study. Social media has become an important part of university students' daily life. Platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are widely used not only for entertainment but also for communications, learning, and research. However, research shows that 20% of students spend more than 3 hours per day on social media. The majority use it mainly for entertainment, which is 50.7% compared to learning at 28 and research at 21.3%. This situation raises concern about whether social media usage affects students' ability to manage their time effectively. Next, the problem statement. Although social media provides easy access to information and education resources, it can also lead to distraction and procrastination. Findings show that 46.7% of students are unsure whether social media causes them delay their assignment. Additionally, while more than half of students are confident in managing their privacy online, only 25.3% feel confident in managing their study time while actively using social media. This indicates that time management may be excessive social media management, which can influence academic performance and student well-being. Based on this objective, we developed 3 research questions. Firstly, how many hours do students spend on social media daily? Secondly, what are the main purpose of usage? And number 3 is, does social media influence students' time management? Based on this objective, we developed 3 research questions. Firstly, how many hours do students spend on social media daily? Secondly, what are the main purpose of usage? And number 3 is, does social media influence students' time management? Finally, the significance of the study. This research is important because it creates awareness among students about the impact of social media on their time management. It also helps lecturers and universities design better learning strategies. Furthermore, it contributes to academic literature on social media and time management among university students. In conclusions, Chapter 1 has discussed the background problem statement, objective, research question, and significance of the study.
Hello, my name is Siti Hanis Hazirah, and move on to chapter 2, which focus on literature review. In this part, I will explain the independent variables of the study, which are closely related student use of social media and how this affect their time management. The independent variables identify are social media time usage, type of social media, purpose of usage, privacy and security awareness, peer influence, and academic motivation. The first one is social media time usage, which is the most critical because the data show that 19.5% of students spend more than 3 hours daily on social media, while 39% are natural. They are unsure whether they are in control of their usage. So time is the most valuable resources in academic life. The more time spent on social media, the less time available for studying and completing assignment. So it is very important to note the social media time is not always negative if used for learning or research, and it can actually support students in managing their time better. And we must consider not only the quantity of time spent but also the quality of how that time is used. Moving on to the next independent variable, we look at the type of social media platform used by students. The findings show that TikTok is the most dominant platform, with 48.4% of students preferring. This is followed by Instagram at 20.8%, Facebook at 18.2%, and Twitter at only 2.6%. TikTok's popularity can be explained by its fast, interactive, and easily accessible short video content, which provide immediate entertainment value. And this often leads students to spend long hours without realizing it. So each platform has different characteristic and influence. For example, TikTok is mainly entertainment and Instagram focus on social interaction, while Facebook can be used for group communication and even educational purpose. Next, we consider the purpose of usage. The survey revealed that 49.4% of students use social media primarily for entertainment. This confirms that entertainment remains the most dominant reason for social media use, although some students do use it for academic purposes such as learning or research. This variable is important because the reason for using social media determines whether it supports academic achievement or become a distraction. Entertainment use often leads to procrastination and poor time management, while academic use can enhance performance by providing collaboration, information, and support. For privacy and security awareness, this variable reflect the level of digital literacy among students. The data show that 45.5% of students strongly agree that they are able to manage their privacy and security setting, while some remain neutral or disagree. This indicates that most students have high awareness, but there are still gaps among certain groups. Digital literacy is important because students who are carefully with privacy and security are also and more disciplined in their social media use. The next independent variable is following education versus entertainment accounts. The findings show that 48.1% of students are more interested in educational accounts, while 39% prefer entertainment accounts. This indicates that nearly half of the students are using social media to enhance their knowledge, even though entertainment remains a strong factor. This variable is important because it relates directly to the academic performance. Students who follow educational accounts can gain educational knowledge, reference, and motivation, which may improve the academic outcomes. Move on to peer influence. Peer influence is a social factor that can affect how long students spend on social media. The data show that 36.4% of students were natural, and while 27.3% strongly disagree that peer influence affect their usage. This suggests that while not while not all students feel pressure and social factors still play a role. For example, students may join viral TikTok challenge or group chat on Instagram simply because their friends are involved, even if these activities are unrelated to academic. Peer influence can therefore lead to excessive use and reduce study time. Although peer pressure is not the most significant factor in this research, it is still important to understand because it can trigger unproductive social media habits. Or the last one of independent variable is level of academic motivation. Academic motivation is a powerful factor that can counteract the negative effect of social media. The data show that 40.3% of students strongly agree that they are motivated to use social media for academic purpose. Or 24.7% agree and 22.1% were natural. This that's mean that many students see social media not only as entertainment but also as a tool to support learning. This variable is significant because it helps determine whether students use social media productively. For example, by following educational page, searching for research information, or engage with academic community. So now I will explain about dependent variable. So for the dependent variable of the study is student time management. The first aspect is the capacity to handle study time while being active on social media. The results show that 27.3% of students strongly agree and 40.3% agree that they are able to manage their study time despite social media use. This indicates that most students feel confident and balancing, but although some still face challenges. This variable was chosen because it highlights whether students can maintain academic discipline despite digital distraction. Social media is often linked to procrastination and poor focus, but students with good strategy, motivation, and self-control can manage their time effectively. The second of dependent variable is completing assignment while active on social media. The data show that 26% strongly agree and 37.7% agree that they can complete assignment on the time despite being active on social media. However, 28.6% were natural and a small percentage disagree. This suggests that while most students are able to discipline themselves, some still struggle. This variable is crucial because it directly measures the effect of social media on academic performance. The third one is procrastination because of social media. The findings show that 23.4% strongly agree, 24.7% agree, and 45.5% were natural about whether social media causes them to procrastinate. This naturality suggests that many students are unsure if procrastination is directly caused by social media or if other factors such as workload or personal study habits play a role. This variable was selected because procrastination is a major issue in time management. Social media is often associated with, with it, and while some students believe they can control their usage, the large natural group indicates that social media still has strong potential to disrupt academic discipline.
Hello, good day everyone. My name is Zaki and your third presenter. So I will be explaining about chapter 3 which focus on the methodology of our study. This includes the research design, sampling procedures, participants, instrumentations, data collection, data analysis, and the technical consideration. So first thing first is research design. Our study used a quantitative research design what a survey method. This design was selected because it allows us to collect objective and measurable data from the large number of students. It also helps us to examine the relationship between the independent variable, which is social media usage, and the dependent variable, such as student time management abilities. So we're moving to the next slide is a rationale for the survey method. The survey method is sustainable because it provides consistent question for the all respondents and allow us to gather data efficiency. Students can answer the questionnaire at their own convention, which is important since our study focus on the time management. According to the group 2026, survey designs are widely supported in the studies related to social media, making this method appropriate for our research. For sampling, we use conventions speed sampling. This method allows easy data collection through online platforms such as Telegram and Google Classroom. Although this method doesn't not ensure equal selection for all students, it is still traceable because the aim of our study is to identify general patterns within the student population. So next, moving to the participants overview. The study involved 77 university students who were all active on social media use. Most participants use TikTok as their main platform with 58.7%, followed by the Instagram at the 20% and Facebook at the 18.7%. This show how that our participants matches the criteria of the active social media user and making them appropriate for the study. So, to ensure participants is the purpose of the study, several inclusions criteria were applied. First, they had to be studying in a diploma or bachelor degree program. Second one is they must own the digital device, such as smartphone and or laptop. The third is they needs to use social media at least once a day. And finally, they had to be willing to participate voluntarily. So for the next slide is its instrumentations. Our main instrument was a structured questionnaire consisting of two sections. Section A focused on the social media usage, while Section B focused on the student time management skill. Both sections use a 5-point Likert scale from strongly disagree to strongly agree. The questionnaire covered several vital areas, including time spent on the social media, cost of use, privacy awareness, peer influence, and academic usage. So the next slide is about data in our study. For data collection process, the data will collect over a 2-week period using a Google Form. This method is worse chosen because it is time efficient, cost effective, and easily accessible for students. They can answer the questionnaire anytime, anyway, using their smartphone. For data analysis, the data were analyzed using the descriptive static, including frequency, percentage, and mean. Analysis was carried out using a Google Form and SPSS to ensure accuracy. This method helped us to identify the distribution of response, a major trait in the data. So the next one is key findings. In social media usage, the analysis relevant to several interesting patterns. 30% of students were natural about using social media for more than 3 hours a day. TikTok was the most preferred platform with 58.4%. Students mostly use social media for entertainment at the 49.4%, followed by the learn and research. More than half of the respondents we were away to privacy and security concerns, and there half follow educational account. For the time management, In terms, in terms of the time management, many students believe their social media use did not affect their ability to manage time. 67.6% agree or strongly agree they could manage their study time, and 63.7% said they could complete assignment even while using social media. However, procrastination remained as an issue, with 45.5% losing net. So, for the ethical consideration, the study followed all ethical guidelines. Participation was voluntary and students were told that they could withdraw at any time. No personal details such as names, emails, or student ID were collected. All information was kept confidential and used solely for a research purpose. We also follow ethical principles for online research as outlined by the Gauda Nation and Olivier 2024. For the summary, the methodology used in this study ensure that the data collected were valid and tactical. The strength, the strengths, the quality of our finding and support the overall objective of our research. Thank you. That's all for me. Thank you.
And the last is conclusion. Study examines the influence of social media use on university students' time management. Firstly, is social media provides benefit, uh, communication and academic, but usage effect, focus and productivity. Secondly is quantitative. Study show a relationship between the level of social media use and time management skills. And more than digital literacy alone is not energy without self-control and time discipline, and can help universities plan awareness program and time management strategy. And the last is balance. Use of social media is important for academic success. And thank you.